Hello, guys, and welcome back to our podcast.
Cheers to
to
that.
the
Ayy.
podcast where you're gonna be learning about stock markets, investing, everything to get you prepared for life.
For life, for adulthood.
Yes, we are very serious.
I think I just realized that I finally became an adult this week.
There was a whole lot of adulting going
A
on.
whole lot of adulting. I was like, I think this is what adulting is.
Yes.
Waking up at 4 a.m.
So, I mean, pros and cons to waking up early.
Okay, pros, the day is longer.
Yes.
You get so much done and you actually finish early. Like by 6, I'm done with all the shit that I told myself to do. I get just to relax, and then I have time to relax and just have a fucking movie or something, or masturbate.
Very much that. I like the masturbation is really what sets it off for me.
That what is it called? What's my favorite vibrator called? Not the gordo, that's the dildo. The vibrator. The rabbit. California rabbit.
Okay. Sponsorship.
If you guys have not invested in that California rabbit vibrator, let me tell you. Cheers to that.
I can't relate, but I don't have a rabbit.
I'll be back.
It was a con.
Oh.
You just love it. As long as you can masturbate, you're okay.
As long as I can masturbate.
There's no cons.
Oh my god. How old were you the first time you masturbated?
Oh my god.
Were you an adult or were you a kid?
First of all, how was my week? My week was great.
We're adults.
Honestly, the very first time I masturbated. Okay, like completely being honest. The first time
it's all about being honest on this show.
You know what?
Podcast, okay?
Cheers to that. I need.
There ain't no bullshitting here, no sugarcoat, no. How old were you?
I think I was like legit either 14 or 15.
Same.
But here's the reason why I remember it so clearly, and this is if this is too much, I don't know why.
Break your neck, bitch.
I remember like that first time that I pleasure myself.
The first time you had that little
and that first time I was like, I'm a real boy.
The first and the last time. That was the last time you left the boy part out.
Like it's weird to say this, but like I remember the feeling, and it was so good. Like that feeling, that first release is like you feel like the Little Mermaid.
Like sing to me, child.
Like I remember the feeling of feeling like,
dude, yes,
like that's what that is.
Yeah.
But yes, I think I was 14, 15, one of those two.
Yeah, I want to say like around my teens, 13, 14 for sure.
So yes, adulting.
So that is, and that is all on today's subject on finances.
So what were your cons from waking up early?
Oh shit, I don't know. I think my cons that like pop by Thursday, I'm already like, I feel a little tired.
Oh, okay.
But that's because I have actually a lot that I do.
Yeah.
Like every hour
is accounted for.
Is accounted for it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's it, but other than that, no.
I think my only con to waking up early is that like by half of the day I'm like, I already did everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
Right? And unless like I have something that is like taking up too much time, then yes, I'm like, okay, my day was well.
Yeah.
Like, completely
because that's how I feel, that like I have so much to do that.
Yeah. But like today, for example, like since I restructured my entire week, I feel like now I have like all this extra time that I did not account for before. And I'm like, damn, I really was mismanaging my time.
Then how come we started recording late? How come you didn't fucking like
see what happened
was
what happened was
since you had all that time.
Because man, my phone wanted to update like 50 times today, and we just started late. But you know what? There's still sun out.
There is. It's weird because usually
we filmed at 9
At 9. Right now it's like 2.
Right now we're like,
adults filming at 2.
What is this?
We had coffee. We had breakfast. We just had
ice
a good
cream. We
lunch. We
just
had
had
ice
lunch
cream. We watched Hocus Pocus
again.
for like the billionth time because we just love Halloween.
I feel like Hocus Pocus is to like
show them your shirt because it's Halloween season.
Halloween season, which means we are doing Halloween festivities, right?
Yes.
And today we're gonna start off with some spooky painting. We're whining and painting, as you could see. Here's the wine.
Because we can't afford the real thing, so we're just doing it at home.
We're just doing it at home with you guys. So here is our canvases. So we're gonna be, talking and painting as we go. And
we're gonna be telling scary stories. But like not like your little fucking Disney fucking scary stories. No, like Hocus Pocus too.
So how did you like Hocus Pocus?
What's your cons and pros about it? I got pros. I just got cons.
Let's not go there.
But yes, so we're gonna be telling real scary stories that have, we Mexicans, we got the tea when it comes to scary stories. We got an uncle, a tia, madrina that something happened
been through everything.
That's been through everything. You've been through some stuff.
And somehow
you see some shit. The huevo fixed everything.
Girl, those huevos, man.
Those huevos.
The fucking chicken is like, this is what y'all use me for. This is why my children are dying. You're fucking limpia.
Seriously.
The chicken's sitting in the corner like,
another one? Another limpia? But yeah, but before we start off, we always like to go over a little recap of our week.
Yeah.
So a little bit was that we discovered adulting and we discovered waking up early.
We discovered adult masturbation.
We discovered that. But yeah, we discovered that.
Yeah, actually overall my week has been really good. I finally stayed a full shift at my job.
Yay! I know. I was trying to have him call off on, was it Friday? Friday, but he was like,
no, Saturday. Was Saturday? Saturday. It was Saturday because you were trying to
Friday. Because Saturday I cleaned like my whole room and did my finances and everything. So it was Friday.
Friday, okay. Because we were trying to go pumpkin patching.
Yeah. It's someone that I want to call off
work. It didn't happen, but we will get to that.
Somebody wanted to be at work.
So anyway, scary stories. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Talk about toys, please, please, please. The gods out there, do not come hunting this room. I don't need nothing to move in the middle of the night.
Oh my God, yes.
Please, put a layer of protection.
Room of fucking dolls. Like, what if they get possessed?
That's what I'm saying, bitch. Annabelle.
Bye.
We're taking this episode outside.
We're gonna go to church.
Talking about so before today, like a couple of weeks ago, like last week, last week we were actually just hanging out and chilling.
Oh my God!
And there's a place.
Our first scary story.
There's a place in Mexico, Xochimilco to be exact. For those who have visited Mexico or those who are from Mexico and Xochimilco. There is an island of dolls, and you saw this on the video. Yeah, and it is creepy. It is scary to look at. I personally have been there, so
that's weird that he actually's been there.
It is eerie. When I tell you, it is like they're watching you. The dolls are watching you. So, again, baby Jesus, protect my children.
What do they say? What do people comment on fucking TikToks when they're talking?
I rebuke this energy.
No. I don't claim.
I don't claim any negative energy from this video.
Yeah, I always see those comments.
Yes, very much.
Yo come huevo.
After TikTok.
Every TikTok that comes out, I'm like, okay.
The chicken. Pobre
pollo. Seriously.
So, yes. But now to the scary story.
So I have a scary story that I didn't finish telling him last time because it's two scary stories in one because something actually happened to us. So where I'm from, where my family's from, it's a pueblo called Zapotitlán.
Wait, hold on. What are we painting?
Oh yeah, how we're painting.
Okay. We're painting something related to what? To like Halloween or like scary?
Or masturbation.
Okay, whatever floats your boat.
Halloween, because it's Halloween season. So since you keep complaining that no one decorates,
I
because
know. Where
our
is the Halloween?
generation doesn't decorate no more how like the previous generations used to decorate for
Where
Halloween when we were little kids.
where is? How do you really feel?
What the fuck is this? I thought it was orange. Why is it?
Because you gotta shake it. The oil. Ay, Dios mío santo, por favor.
I don't claim no negative energy.
Can you claim some education? Catch us out.
Catch us a la Mona Rosa.
I was thinking that right now, but I didn't say it. I didn't claim that
You ready?
energy.
What? I claim it. What's my little app?
Done.
We're going.
Insert picture here. We're all drunk. But yeah.
I'm like, I just saw the future.
What the fuck is this? I thought it was paint. Jesus. Oh,
Oh my god.
she clearly did not go to art
For
school.
someone that talked about his adulting and having all this time in the world, clearly he could have shaken these fucking paints before we
Well, I
started.
don't know what we're using, so I just kind of like.
Excuses. You know what? It doesn't sound. You're sounding like a teenager. You're not sounding like an adult.
A few moments later.
Alrighty.
Maya already made some progress on her painting. Uh, I'm still on red, and
Me
yes,
pasé el huevo y me salió que si tengo ojo.
me pasé el
Y de
mío y me salió que soy gay.
that.
Pink life, pink lemonade.
Pink Barbie.
But anyway, so you were saying about your story.
Oh, yeah. So one of my cousins from my dad's side went to pick me up because I was gonna sneak out because I would stay at my mom's sister's house. And we
What is
saw.
every story that she starts off is gonna turn into her. It's gonna start off with her trying to get away from her house. Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's why bad things happen to me because era una niña que portaba mal. And there was this red truck. I'll never forget. You know how the pueblos are, super dark, super dark. The pueblos, like, I mean, like at night,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not like Vegas where
We couldn't afford street lamps. Okay.
yeah, and
The public funding is not there.
it was hella dark. Estaba una troca roja parked in front of my tia's house, and in front of my tia's house, like there's like an empty lot, and it was just parked there, and we were like, what the hell? And then freaking so I remember like I saw a guy there, like tenía como una tejana, but like like even at nighttime, like you could always semi see someone's like face, even if it's just like their skin tone or something, but you could see it's like a face. Like
Yeah.
you might not see how they look like, but like I could see this is your cheek, like the color of his cheek.
Yeah, like you could distinguish a face.
So I couldn't see a face. Like it was like a person but with no face. Yeah, like that shit was weird. And I kept looking at it and looking at it, and then my cousin was like, "Don't pay attention to it. Like, don't no la hagas caso. Don't look at it." And I'm like, "But there's a guy there, and he just keeps staring at us." And she just kept telling me, "She's like, don't look." She was like, "You're not supposed to look when you see things like that, because it's not real." And I kept telling her, I'm like, "Look, like he doesn't have, como que no tiene cara." Like at first I thought like maybe he had like what are those things called, like
A
mask?
banana. Uh-huh.
But don't know, like, because the weird thing is what is like I could see a body again, but it's like saying like I'm looking at you, but I see your hair, I see your shirt, but instead of seeing your face, I see the wall.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So like if it was see through, but I saw like the actual body. I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, he kept looking at us, and she just kept saying like, well, he kept. I could see that he was like, así como, because I could see that Tejana like moving like this, pero no podía ver una cara. So she just told me not to look at it. It wasn't real. And then when I told my tia like the next day what I had saw, she said that I saw the devil, because people that have seen that guy is like the pueblo know that that's not a real person. That is just something that appears at night. Yeah. So she was like, "Vistes al diablo," or "Vistes like a un espíritu," like what did she say? Like wandering around. How do you say that in
A
Spanish?
wandering spirit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Holy shit!" But I've seen a lot of shit like that, but I've never got scared. I mean, there's times I got scared, but not really. Not that nothing where it stopped me from going out.
I still drank that night.
I still party. I still snuck out.
I still saw him at the party.
I still saw him at the party.
I had a chill out with him, I think.
Right?
Probably imagine you're sitting there drunk, you see the devil, you're like, hey,
Salud.
apágala tus
No,
manos.
we don't claim no.
Oh, shit. By the way, we're sitting in front of a mirror, so I rebuked it. I rebuked this portal.
I pull out the Uno reserve card, the reverse Uno card. That's the card I pull out.
Uno reserve.
Uno reverse.
Bitch, you just booked yourself a ticket.
Where? Let's go.
Oh my god. You know, that sounds similar to a story that I was told when I was younger.
They probably told you my story.
I heard about you before I know you. So this little Mexican girl partied with the devil. Oh no, like
she never stopped partying since.
Mine is slightly different because she was cursed with the curse of she was cursed with the curse.
She was cursed with the perreando curse.
She was cursed with always
Now
paying
we
the
hear
highest bill.
Now we hear que perrea por todo el mundo.
Y sigue pagando por su bar tab.
Dun, dun,
That
dun.
bar tab is still going.
Oh my
Girl, all bar
bitch.
tabs are scary stories. Okay,
Yeah, let me tell you a real adult scary story.
You know a real scary story. Try getting back home from California after spending like $3,000
With $60.
with $60 left,
With $60 left.
and you need gas.
And you need gas. And
Food.
instead of buying gas, you buy paletas. What's wrong with
Yay,
us?
winning. We did it right. If you're not getting home from your 21st birthday from another state, trying to figure out how the hell you're gonna make it.
Not even that. Surviving a big. We always run into big old cholo dudes. We ran into a couple that trip too.
And how did I marry white?
Seriously, how did you marry white? You probably got scared. Thank you for saving me. A big ass cholo dude stole his Mickey Mouse fucking iPhone,
Claiming
claiming that he. What did he
I
say?
thought it was mine.
I thought it was mine. I was like, they call you Mickey Mouse or what? Like,
really? You had a Mickey Mouse fucking phone?
yeah. And the fact that our stupid asses went to another city.
We went there
To get his fucking phone.
Thank you, friend.
I have a brick. I had a brick in my hand. Our other friend had a bat, and then the phone owner just stayed in the car.
No, I was behind you.
He was behind
with no
us.
weapon.
With no weapon.
I had you as a weapon.
I call this the.
I was like,
La Cuca Negra. Like I found your song. The TikTok fucking. The TikTok that Kim sends me. ¿Tienes el culo negro?
what the fuck are you drawing? A spooky almond? Thank you for joining us today. Mama's gonna go take some art classes.
The fact that I took an art classes all my life.
Oh my
Tienes el
goodness.
culo negro.
Sponsorship. Oh my god. First of all, why is she sending you videos like that? Ask yourself the real question here.
Deja mi amiga en paz.
Hi, Kim.
The way she told me that mi amiga no va a hablar.
Solo yo.
Solo yo.
Solo yo la maltrato.
Solo yo la maltrato.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, so yes.
No, but now
I
you know,
heard about this story.
but now you know nothing. Now you know something about her.
I feel like I miss you already. But yeah, so I heard a similar story. Well, I didn't. Yeah, well, I did hear a similar story. But
My story.
Your story, La Niña Perdida.
La perdida.
Ours was kind of the same because I mean I think all stories involve the devil, but like I'm from Oaxaca, so like we all, depending on where you're coming from, I think everybody interprets it, or like everybody gets a different side of this man.
Because it's like playing telephone. It changes
Yeah,
to it.
but
People are telling it.
in my story, we go back to
When he was
19.
straight.
Oh, that would be scary. That would be the real scary story. But anyway, back to my gay world. Yeah,
Back
so in this story, we like I guess from what I heard is that in Oaxaca there was always like a man who would stand very dapper, like he was well dressed, he had a hat on, and he would always like come out at night, especially if you're coming home from a party or like if
it
you
sounds like
were
Calvin. Sounds like your husband.
like
Isn't that how you met him?
you need money.
Isn't that how you met him?
But yeah, so he would like stand, I guess, in the corners, and he would always kind of like just chill. Like he was very stoic and very like um quiet, and he would wait for people that were coming from parties or they were out for the night, and he would stand in a corner and he would approach you with very politely and like ask you. I think I forgot. I can't remember if he was asking for the time or he would just tell you like, "Oh,
He
hi,
would be
how are
like, "Can I
you?"
get your
But
Snapchat?"
he was just trying to be. Can I get can I get your QR code?
Can I get your QR code?
I imagine the devil nowadays. Like, can you scan this? Can I get your TikTok?
Culo negro.
Uh,
¿Quién es el culo negro?
but yeah, so he would like approach you very politely, and apparently, if you ignored him, he would he would come back and curse you. But like not curse you like, ooh, 3 years bad luck. Like no, like curse you with like death or like the death of a family member or someone you really love. Like he would be the reason why this would happen to you, right? So in this story that was told to me from a family member is that he was coming home from an actual party because Oaxaca is known for like throwing like 12-day parties if you're getting married or like a birthday lasts like 5 days. So they were coming home from a party that night and they happened to cross a corner. And when they were turning the corner, this man in all black clothing, again, very dapper, he looked very well put together with a hat on, approached them and was like, oh, like, how's your night going? Do you have the time? And the whole thing that people that knew about this is like you were not supposed to ignore him. Like if he asked you a simple question, you were supposed to answer no matter what, and answer very politely, right? You were not supposed to be kind of like or standoffish or just simply ignore him. So they answered back with the time and stuff like that. And the girl that my cousin was with, I think it was my cousin that told me the story, that my cousin was like, oh, like don't talk to the man. And my cousin was like, oh no, like he's not doing anything wrong. Like just be quiet, like just answer the man.
Yeah.
And then he answered for both of them, and she was the one that was kind of like I
Being
guess
rude.
rude or like made a face. And he was like, oh well, thank you for thank you for your kindness. He was like, but um I guess I'll see you guys soon or I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And then they just moved on and like went about their way. According to what my cousin told me is that the girl that he was dating at the time or the girl who was kind of rude to him, like she claims that he remembered her because she saw him later on,
Yeah.
and that she believes that he is the reason why one of her, I think it was her aunt or her grandma, died from cancer because she was pretty fucking healthy. Like she was healthy uh for her age and stuff like that, and like she just developed like cancer and
Yeah.
she passed on. But
Oh,
she was
shit.
very attached to her grandma.
Oh, shit.
So because I guess the devil or like this man
But she ignored her. She ignored him.
le hizo like grosería, like she was kind of rude, like regardless of my cousin answering or regardless of like the reply that he thought he was providing for the both of them,
Yeah.
like he was like, no, it only counts for you, not for her. And she was
Yeah.
kind of like standoffish, so he would like he cursed her or
Oh, shit.
took took his toll, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's it. And then apparently this is a legend from Oaxaca where like people know about like this man. Like you're supposed to just be cordial or polite, because if you ignore him, he does punish you, or like he takes it out on. He doesn't like disrespect, and if you disrespect them, like something's bound to happen to you. So
Sure.
I
Imagine
never
if he comes over
personally
here to the United States, like with people that are so antisocial nowadays, like.
like. Don't get me wrong, I don't like anybody, and he's like very much that, but I'm still gonna kill your dog. You know, like that's scary. But you know, like that is true because, for example, like someone like me who does not speak to strangers in that sense, especially if I'm drunk. Imagine if you're drunk and somebody's talking to you.
No,
Automatic
bitch.
red
When we're
flag.
drunk, we talk to everybody. We become social. I
But
mean,
not,
we're
not
already social butterflies.
not if you're walking. Remember, this is pueblitos. Pueblitos don't have street lights. Like if it's dark, it's dark, right? Like it's dark. You're not talking to a stranger that's like approaching you from a
No.
corner. You're not, right? It's not like you're walking down Fremont Street with like a bunch of marquee lights and stuff like
Pero
that.
por eso siempre like I don't talk to them, but I'll just be like, oh, like buenas noches. Like
Mm.
I'll be polite, be like, oh, like buenas noches, buenos días, you know,
Oh
like.
no, girl, that's how you get kidnapped.
But it's because then if I ignore the devil, I get cursed. I'll fuck either or.
Foxy, you never know. Like, you know, at this point, I might get cursed. I don't know. I might be walking down the street, like, you know what, sir, whoever you might be.
You need to start talking to people because what if you get cursed and you're gonna be straight?
This podcast ended right here. I know, but I don't want to.
Then talk to
I don't even talk to people at work. Okay,
Then talk to people.
and those people might be. The devil might not be as bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like you're raised to not talk to strangers, you know. So how do you like deal with that?
Well, my mom,
Like, how
like,
does the devil not know that this is the deals we made with our parents? Do not talk to strangers.
the devil knows. So I think he probably approaches the people that are assholes like that until you get tested. But if he knows like me that I'm a social butterfly, he's gonna be like, no, it's way like me va a dar fucking social and everything.
Con esa ni hablo.
Con eso ni hablo.
No gasto mi tiempo. Le saca conversación una roca.
Ese güey like no se le paró la boca. I'm like
I don't have that much time.
I don't have that much time.
Like, you know what, ma? I'm sorry I asked you for the time. Because now I don't got none. And you're like, no, come here. Come here. Look. This video on TikTok told me. Can you do the well? Hey, you want to do a quick trending count?
That's me when I'm drunk.
No, come here. The devil's like, I curse you with no friends on TikTok.
I'll just make a new account.
But thank you, sir. Oh my god, imagine. The devil's like, why?
He lives in my guardian. You're like
That's why I believe you only hear scary stories like involving like devils and shit like that back then, because nowadays they're not coming up for our bullshit. They're not coming up here to mess with us. They don't.
But
They
we
want to
don't
be left
know
alone.
that. They probably
They want to be left alone. You think the devil's out here scanning for half of the fucking thoughts out here in Nevada? I don't think so.
The devil is in Nevada.
He's like, look, I already
called Sin City for a reason.
Exactly. He's like, you're already doing my bidding for me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, I ain't gotta entice you with riches.
He's like, you're doing this shit.
You're doing it on your own.
Yeah.
Like, bitch,
that way.
let me rest. But anyway, so I also know a story about again the devil. Poor devil's like, why me?
The devil's ears ringing right now.
It's fucking October. These hoes are out. They always have my name in their mouth.
He's probably like, I don't claim this negative energy.
He's not there like, I rebuke me.
He's with the woman right now.
His favorite holiday is December. Because nobody talks about him. He's like, I just want to be alone. I came down here for a reason. Pobrecito, no, you're bad.
Shut up. I'm so no.
But yeah, so I heard another one again from Oaxaca. And if this is not just from Oaxaca, like people have heard this, about him disguising himself as a pig.
Well, those are like brujos, not like shapeshifters.
Well, see, I heard about him disguising himself as a cabra, like as a
What the
goat.
fuck is a cabra?
A goat.
Oh.
The goat. He's the goat. He's the goat.
He's the goat.
Okay. But no,
Okay, wait, who? Michael Jordan.
no, he's he disguised himself as Michael Jordan. No, like he disguised himself as a, he's disguised himself as a pig, and apparently, like you'll know it's him because the pig looks different. Like the pig's not pigging. He's
Because you're gonna be like, these motherfuckers are just making shit up.
the pig's not baconing like it's supposed to. No, but legit. So apparently, this pig, you'll know it's the devil because the pig looks different, or like he behaves differently, and like the pig will visit.
No come.
Like the. He's like, not that shit.
I want what the cows are eating.
First of all, the painting is the scary part, the makeup.
¿Sabes qué? I'm not over here asking you what the fuck are you doing with your dimension. Pick a color already. First you painted it gray, and now you're painting black over it.
Oh my god, I completely forgot I didn't use gray. Where's the gray go? Where's the gray? Oh, it's right there. I see it.
This is why, like in like paint and wine, you have an instructor telling you what to do.
Who the fuck is painting wine?
Paint and wine.
Oh,
Have you ever done that?
No. Look, I don't need to get.
No, but back to your pig story.
Oh yes.
What's the scary part?
Well, it's not really a story. It's just like
her scary part that she didn't blend the eyeshadow.
She did not blend.
She did not blend.
She's using last year's makeup palette. Like that turquoise is not it. It looks interesting. Is it an alien? Is it a Mexican?
It's a Mexican. It's you.
Don't come for me. I could say that I'm Mexican, okay?
He's an alien.
I'm an alien.
O se casó con un güero.
Oh, wait.
O se casó con un güero.
Check and done. What's the sound?
So
Mary White.
So he doesn't look like a pig.
Yeah, so apparently like he will visit like different like ranchos or like well you know like in Mexico they own farm and stuff like that, but he will visit different ranchos, right? And you're supposed to treat him like any other pig. Like you're supposed to still be kind to the pig. Not that we're being kind to pig in ranchos. I mean, come on.
Bitch, I'm over here making you bacon.
But like I guess you're supposed to not like. Again, apparently the devil likes to fucking like chase clout because he's like, be nice to me. Like he just wants to be nice to me.
He just wants attention.
He's a pick me, okay? But apparently, like if you don't treat him as like you would treat any other animal, he will curse your. We can't with his curses. He loves a curse. But he would curse your ganado to like have illnesses or like you will make profits, and you know that's major.
And that's where the swine flu was created.
Very much.
And COVID, because COVID came from what, a bat, supposedly.
No, it wasn't that much. No, that's AIDS. You know what? We don't need scary stories because the real world is already scary enough.
For reals.
At this point, we're just focusing on painting. They're gonna be like, "Where was the scary story, you guys?" This episode is a scary story. Okay?
No, but you know what? These are scary stories, but like, I don't know,
like which where
they don't sound scary when we tell them.
Maybe because we've been liquored up before.
They sound scary.
You know what? Nothing is scary anymore.
They sound scary when my mom tells them.
I know when I was.
It's because our parents sound like so like.
We're so the internet desensitized us.
No, you know what it is. I don't know what it is.
But you know what? Like when
I think that was my curse.
Like I remember when my uncle, like when my cousin told me this story. Like he made it. Well, first of all, we were in the dark. Second, he made it sound more eerie than what I told him. We're in the daylight right here, and I'm like, oh, like I'm looking at me, and I'm trying to focus on my pain because literally I have like nothing. So I didn't make it sound that scary. I should have been like, one cold night in Oaxaca.
And Elm Street.
Around 9 a.m. 9 a.m. The party's over. But no, yeah, I guess he didn't sound as scary, guys. So yes, we failed.
I have a scary story that happened to my brother.
Okay, tell me.
Lo arrastró el diablo.
Uh?
Yeah. Has he ever told you the stories? The story?
No.
So that one did actually like that's true, but I don't like to talk about it because it's still like things happen to him. So we try not to like talk about it too much because he still sees the shit and things happen to him. Pero él es like, I mean, you already know how like gordo, like
Uh-huh.
he has an attitude issue. Like he's sweet, but like he has such a strong personality, like he could be a dick.
He's like a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah. And growing up, era bien contestón. Like he always had something to say. He always had to have the last word. He always would say like fucked up shit to my parents. And then I remember when we were living in this apartment that was haunted because like at nighttime se prendía la fucking blender. And we would unplug that shit and that shit would still turn on.
That's a scary story that your parents would hate because they'd be like, hey, la luz no la paga nadie. ¿Tú pagas la luz?
We would unplug the blender and that shit would still turn on y luego se abrían los cajones by themselves. And fucking and
No.
he always told my mom that he's till this day he sees this little girl in white. Yeah, he always sees her. So yeah, this is actually like a scary story. But not that the other ones we told were not scary, but I think because it didn't happen to
To
us.
us.
But this one actually happened to me and freaking so yeah, we lived in a haunted apartment. Like todo pasaba ahí, se oían cosas, se oían ruidos. Um, and I think my brother will start getting like the sleep paralysis.
Uh-huh.
But again, like he said he would always like see like a big shadow, like como like trying to like shut him up. Como que venía like like put his arm like in his hand in his mouth.
Uh-huh.
Y él like he se trataba de quitar and like he like the whatever there was just like wrestling him.
Yeah.
So one time, and even though all this stuff will happen to him because he would see that little girl, he would always have that sleep paralysis with that shadow. Um, just like me, no para ir al baile, like él no paraba de contestar y fucking hacer como era de su modo, like how his personality, like he was still being a dick to my parents and to me and to everybody. So I remember one time he pissed my mom off so bad that they say that when your mother like te echó mal, like
Mm-hmm.
that's like the worst thing because like it's coming from your mother, like te puede pasar algo, like if your mother wishes something bad upon you.
Uh-huh.
So I remember like my mom just got sick of his shit and she was like, ojalá que te arrastre el diablo. She told him that ojalá que te arrastre el diablo, which means hopefully the devil drags you at night. And
I
all
hope
he
you get.
or hope you get dragged at night by the
I hope
devil.
you get dragged by the
Yeah.
devil.
And all he said was like, oh well, I hope so too, or like, oh yeah, like I'll show him or something like that. But he like talked back to her like kind of laughing at her or whatever and was like, oh like I don't care, like I'll show him or whatever he tries to. So after that, like she just sent him to his room. She didn't want to see his face. Like she was like, yeah, but like get out of my fucking face. He went to his room. So I remember like I was sleeping in the living room. We had a little chihuahua and that was his chihuahua. And for some reason that dog that night didn't sleep with him. He would always sleep with the dog. So I remember like my parents went to bed. I was in the living room. I think my older brother wasn't living with us no more. And freaking what he says that he remembers, well, first of all, what I remember was my mom screaming when we woke up. She was screaming. And he's always been like a big kid. So he's always like he's the type of person that he always sleeps with clothes on. So he always has a shirt on and shorts and some and socks. So he woke up naked and he was all scratched up all over his body and he smelled like wet penny. Like you know how penny smells like the penny?
Uh-huh.
But like como like if you have a lot of pennies and you put them in water and like if you smell
Like
them
copper.
yeah, like wet copper. He smells like that. And he was all scratched up all over his body and he was naked. So I remember he had a fever and then freaking I just remember me seeing that. What I was told later on was that I guess si lo arrastró el diablo. He says that he remembers seeing us pass by and he was yelling for us. Like he was yelling for my mom, he was yelling for me. And supposedly he saw the little dog like barking, but again, I don't remember none of this happening at night. But he says like he saw all of us right there, and like he just kept yelling and yelling for us. And supposedly, the devil told him, or whatever Laura Stoll told him, that he could have any, like if he was really tired of us, because he always said that he hated us, that he was
Aww.
like, I could take them away for you. I could take them away for you, like like and give, give me your family, and I'll give you everything. Yes, no, seriously.
Can you not stand his house?
Yeah.
Because we could
So
create a
all I remember
blueprint.
that my mom says that she lo tuvieron like he had a really bad fever. They had to take him to like a priest or whatever. I don't think he had like an exorcist then, but I just think that they did like a real like limpia on him and everything. And freaking they gave him like a necklace that he till this day he wears. Um
Scary story. What is it?
to this day he wears, and they tell him not to take it out because when he
Is it
takes
Bianca?
no, because when he takes it off, he sees more of those stuff because he sees a lot of things. To this day, he sees a lot of stuff. So they told him to take that necklace off because that could like open, like he's like an open book to all these bad energies around him and all these bad things trying to get to him. So that protects him. And they did tell my mom that she needs to be careful because my brother, if he could like give us to the devil if he would want to. Yeah.
Oh, bitch. Hell no.
Yeah. So it's crazy that I remember that when I was little. And again, until this day he sees this little girl. There was one time when he was in the hospital, and he said that all he saw was that little girl like right there in the hospital bed with him. And it's like a little girl, like he says she looks like she's like 4 or 5 with like a little white dress. And
Well, I bet you better be gone.
I remember when my mom was pregnant with my little brothers, he always thought that was probably them before they came to the world. But then when we found out that she had boys, well, okay, like we don't know who this little girl is, but she's all since we were kids, she has always followed him around, so she still follows him. He sees her a lot. But dice que like she doesn't look like a scary little girl like the exorcist or nothing. It's just like she follows him. Like it's weird.
See, I believe that that's when they're like the most dangerous is when they look innocent. Because at least with a demon, you know it's a demon and you know what you're getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when like those angelic guys look at house, he's like, I don't know, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
He's like, you might turn on me.
Yeah. But that's a scary story that and because of him, like all our life we have seen shit like in our houses. We've always had like stuff happen. I remember one time when we were living at the Hacienda house.
So just so you guys know, she blames you.
Yeah.
She blames you.
No, for what? I remember I saw this black bag, and again, that was the night that like, and that's what they say, like when it's a household that's constantly fighting and like all this negative energy, like that's what it attracts. You attract those type of stuff. When you're a person that's así bien amargado, like that's what you attract. I guess I don't know.
That is true though. I believe that.
And I remember that night, like my parents got into a huge fight, and it was like windy as hell. And again, like our dog is barking outside. I go outside and I see like a black bag like flying. I see I'm like, okay, it's windy. It's probably like a trash bag or whatever. And we had like a little porch in our backyard. Next thing you know it, I see that black bag like fly. It lands on top of the little porch, and then you just hear footsteps like running. And then it jumps to our neighbor's backyard, and then it looks at me like I see a person looking at me, and then it turns to a bag again. And I was like, holy shit. And I just remember like my dog barking and barking, barking. And I was like, I just think I saw something. But yeah, but that's all because like my brother would attract all those stuff.
Again, she blames you.
I blame you, brother. You know who you are. That's a scary story.
That is scary. I'm not gonna lie. If I knew like one
This
of my
does look like an alien.
if I knew one of my siblings had the power to like banish me because the devil's like, hey, by the way, they could be gone.
You tired of her shit?
I would be so nice to that sibling. I'd be like, by the way, what do you want today?
And we go again. I never learned my lesson. I'm still not nice. I didn't stop going to the bailes when I saw the band. I trying to stop being nice. I didn't be nice to my brother or start being nice to my brother when I found out that he could sell my soul. ¿Qué es lo que me asusta?
Nada. A high bar tab. That is scary.
That is scary shit. When I found out I was spending like almost $1,000 a month on fucking liquor.
I know, like me and my husband, like during quarantine, like we were spending a lot of money on liquor.
That's a scary story. But you have another scary story?
Um,
Something that like happened to you?
okay, this is fact, and my family knows that this is a fact because I went to church for it and everything because it was really bad.
Ooh.
I know my mom likes to think that it was drugs, but I did not do drugs.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't. You don't do drugs. I've never seen you do drugs.
Yeah, see, mom, are you listening?
Not that like I would try to give them to you.
No, but so I had this like thing where like I think like for a good minute, I would see this like, oh my god, I don't even want to think about it because I remember him like very clearly. I should have painted his ass, but you know what? No. No. So yeah. So for a good minute, I was being haunted by this like, I guess you could say entity, and I'm not gonna say it was the devil because it wasn't. The devil's probably there, like, bitch, you someone else. Who else is up there? Like, who else? Like you, La Llorona? Don't you like her? Yeah. So like, I was being haunted by like this like entity that like I could tell you like the description of this man was like he had long stringy hair, that looked wet.
Ooh.
He had he went down on Myra, and that's why end of story. He didn't survive the chlamydia.
Bitch, the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know chlamydia.
So yeah, so no, but like he had like long stringy black hair. Till this day, like I remember, oh my god, like I remember like he just looked wet or like like these are scary stories that are scary. Okay, when you come and take it like the ghost is like, bitch, what? I'm confused. He's looking at me like, so was I not scary enough? Like, no, bitch. 2023 and 2022 happened. You ain't scary nobody. But no. So he had like this weird like angular shaped nose and like his look just We're done. Thank you for coming to today's episode. He just looked very.
He had tattoos.
No, he did not. He just looked very eerie. And I remember that one. I remember clearly, like I was sleeping on the couch, and this was after the first incident happened because the first incident was very traumatic, and I'm not going to talk about that one because.
Wait, talk about that one.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I can't. But
we'll make you.
maybe if we make an OnlyFans like uncensored stories and you guys subscribe to it, then maybe. But like right now, I can't. So yeah, so
click on the link below.
Now showing. No, but I remember the second incident. I was standing. I used to share a room with my older sister, and like her bed was like on the left hand side, and mine was on the right hand side. Now my bed faced the bathroom. The bathroom, like clearly, like the bathroom door was right here, and my bed was right in front of it. And I remember that night I couldn't go to sleep to save my life. Like I just couldn't. I was like tossing and turning, whatever. And I didn't have. My little sister had a PSP. So it was a Game Boy. That night I was playing her Game Boy, and I was just like playing Mario or whatever. And I don't, when you like feel like someone's staring at you.
Yeah.
I kept on having that very like heavy feeling of being watched or like being looked at. So I uncovered myself from with my cover, and I remember looking like towards the bathroom because that's where I felt like I was being looked at. So this day I could not sleep with any door open. But yeah, so I looked that way to the bathroom and I didn't see anything, right? So I was like, okay. But it was weird because like as soon as I saw the bathroom door, like I didn't feel it anymore. It almost like he was taunting me to look that way, but it wasn't there.
The bathroom?
Yeah. So I looked and he was like there was nothing there. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I covered myself back up and
I play hide and go seek.
So I covered basically. So I covered myself back with a blanket, and then again I started feeling like I was being watched, but this time it felt closer. So I was like, okay, like I know I'm not tripping. Like I'm being watched. And at one point, I guess I started feeling like, okay, maybe like either my little sister is like in here, like hiding behind it,
Yeah.
like ducking because she wants her Game Boy back. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I uncovered myself again, but this time I made sure that I looked like longer than I did the first time. Like I was actually looking to see like, okay, like
Yeah.
are you there? And I
Yeah.
didn't see anything again. So again, I go back to the Game Boy, but instead of covering myself up, like I just left the cover off and I just started playing the game. And I'm playing the game, whatever. A couple of minutes go by, and I start feeling watched. And I was like, okay, what the fuck? But I ignored it because I was like, two times I already looked and
Yeah.
nothing, right? So this time I started ignoring it. Kid you not, very clearly, I heard someone say, "Look at me." Yeah, so like I clearly heard,
Ew.
like I clearly heard someone say like, "Look at me," and at that moment I could like, yeah, wait, Daddy.
Yeah.
No, but like in that moment, like I remember looking towards the bathroom door, and boom,
Oh.
clear as day, his face was so close to the fucking bed. Like,
Oh my god. Well, but how did he look like?
are you? I bitch. I described it to her in the beginning of the story. She needs a picture. Oh, insert picture. Is that Sally?
No, bitch. I don't know what
Oh,
it is. It's some bitch I'm dry.
this is a blanket with some light. I'm done.
me at night getting ice cream.
I was walking to the bar. Um. So yeah. So I remember his face. Like, oh my god. Like till this. Like when I picture his face. Like I kid you not. Like he gives me a feeling of like, never again. And luckily for me, like I no longer have a strong attachment. Like I remember, I could not recall the story and not cry. Like because
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
was that kind of story. Like it would make me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Like now I could say because I'm past that and I feel like my spirit's a little stronger.
Yeah.
But again, thank you 2022 and 2023. Nothing scares us anymore.
Bitch, don't say that because we just got.
But
we're gonna get scared tonight. Watch.
so yeah, so I remember his face just being like so like eerie, like it didn't look human. It looked human but not human, and he had no life, just like like hate.
Oh, your husband, Kelvin.
It was just hate, you know. And I was like, and I remember like as soon as I saw it, like
and it was like a man.
It was a man, yeah. And I remember like I covered myself back up.
Maybe it was your straight person from another dimension. Mad
Well,
you're
he's
gay
fucking ugly.
You mad because you gay in this
We kind of did have the same nose.
I'm just kidding. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I remember covering myself back up with a blanket, and I shut off the Game Boy because you know how like sometimes like you try to rationalize things and try to be like, okay, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, whatever.
Yeah.
I kept on thinking to
like
myself,
you like try to lie to yourself.
Yeah, so I kept on telling myself like, oh, maybe you're just tired. The lights are playing a trick on you. Yeah. But like no, like you don't picture a face like that out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So I remember like really like being like, oh my god, okay. Like it's just me here, my sister's over there, like is I'm just making stuff up, like my head's like playing with me, whatever, right? And I uncovered myself, and as soon as I uncovered myself, he was still freaking standing there. And I remember even feeling like wanting to cry and wanting to yell for my sister who was sleeping right across from me. And for some reason,
and
I could
the
not.
Apartment where I was at, like where
No, this was a different place. And I remember not like wanting to scream and not being able to.
Couldn't. Yeah, that's what my brother said. That's how he described it.
Like your voice was taken away from you. And
okay, Ariel.
But no, I remember wanting to like scream, and at that point, like I just started like crying. Like I was crying, I was sobbing, and it wasn't until like I think I tried to like cry harder that I finally let out a gasp, and that's when my sister woke up and went to wake up my dad.
But what? Okay, so what did your sister see?
Nothing.
No, okay, but not that she saw a guy, but like when she heard you do that gas, like what did she see? How did she see you?
Oh, I was just like I was laying on the bed, like basically like scrunched up like this, crying.
Oh shit.
because I used to like the way that I would sleep. I didn't sleep the long way,
Yeah.
like this is the headboard and this is the footboard, I guess.
Yeah.
I would not sleep that way. I would sleep with like sideways.
Yeah.
So that was her point of view, like me sideways facing her.
Oh,
And
shit.
I remember clearly like wanting her to wake up and wanting her to like move me or like just be awake, you know? And I remember feeling like desperation and like scared and everything. And that same night my dad slept on the floor of the bed with me.
Oh, shit.
He didn't sleep on the floor. I mean, I didn't sleep on the floor with my dad. My dad slept
Yeah.
on the floor. Which in hindsight, I'm like, he could have taken my sister's bed because my sister had dipped. Like she went to my mom's
But he
room.
probably did that because, like, I don't know.
So yeah, so my dad ended up sleeping on the floor and like trying to make sure that I was okay because I was really scared. Like I was really frightened. And that was the second time.
Crazy.
That was the
So then
second
you're like
time.
my brother. Something was coming for you.
Yeah, so I remember like it was not the only time, and I kept on constantly feeling watched over or like you looked at. Like there was a time where I couldn't even take a shower with like the door
Because
closed
te daba
because
miedo.
I felt
Yeah.
like someone was in there with me.
Yeah.
So finally one day, like because I guess from all the constant like insisting of like, oh no, there's someone following me or like I'm seeing someone. My parents took me to church
Yeah.
and I
And
got
church is like otro way.
you're just gay.
They just fucking finished with my brother and they leave
No,
with
so
you.
they ended up taking me to church, and they were like, "Well, you know, when spirits are hunting you, or like if something malicious is coming for you, like the best thing to do is talk to it." And
What the fuck?
yeah, no, legit. This is what they told me. They were like, because you need to tell
Chingados
them,
quieres?
you need to tell them that they're not afraid. You're not afraid of them,
Yeah.
and you need to tell them like, hey, look, you know, like I'm not afraid of you, and if you're whether you're malicious, if you're not malicious and you're just trying to get my attention, like don't hurt me
Yeah.
or stuff like that. But he even told me himself, like he was like sometimes when people have like genuinely good spirits or they have a
Yeah.
strong light, they try to go for that. And you have and I
I
know
heard that when you're like
and I know this is very true.
weaker,
No, I heard that this is very
but you also attract. Yeah, I've heard
um
you.
the reason
But
why I know this is true
you're
is because I've always kind of like had
witch.
I always had a very strong connection to
Yeah.
my not my grandma, my aunt that passed away.
I was gonna say,
Um
aren't you like a little witch
sometimes
sometimes?
depending on who you ask.
Yeah, like if you have like special gifts, like you're a light to them.
Which is
That's that's my vibrator, my phone though.
oh no. So yeah, so I remember like him saying, "You have someone that is looking out for you. You need to get that." We'll be right back. Ooh. Back to the scary stories. The call she just took was from a
Collect.
collector. Sorry, like I was saying, back to the scheduled program. Um, he had told me that there was someone looking out for me, and the reason why they can't touch me or the spirit wasn't able to hurt me was because whoever's looking out for me, it's really there for me, or it's like really like you know
They're
really
protecting
strong.
you.
Yeah, they're a really strong presence in my life. And as soon as he told me that, like I automatically knew who it was because, like I told you, like before, outside of camera, like I've always had like a strong connection to my dad's sister who passed away when I was younger. Like I love my aunt. Like until this day, like when I
Yeah.
remember her very fondly. Like
Yeah.
and she had a very strong character and she was very strong physically and like I just know that like she's the one that's looking after me
Yeah.
because she had that presence of like you're not touching my family, you're not hurting anyone I love. So I believe that if anyone's protecting me or if there's a reason why bad things should have happened, especially like with the shit that me and you have put ourselves through, like if something should have happened and it didn't, is because clearly someone out there is like, oh
Well,
my
I
god,
have
again.
we actually have a famous brujo in our family. There's actually a book about him in Mexico. I just don't want to say his name on here because, well, maybe I could, but
Copyright. I'm just kidding.
but yeah, that part. But they've told me that too. That
Bitch,
he's
did you steal my brush?
no, these are as much as I have.
Oh.
That 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 he like is he's put like something on the family so like we're protected. But you know, I hear a lot of people like have that because clearly in Mexico, or not even just Mexico, but like even other places, like more like Central America, like guess like you believe in those stuff, and you are related to somebody that probably worked with good magic, black magic, whatever it is, and if they did like protection or sealed in the family, like it lasts forever, because I've heard a lot of people like they'll get their like cards read and they're told that like someone put a protection on you or
I've
something.
never had my cards read, mainly because as much as I want to say I'm a skeptic, part of me is like, I believe in anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any truth to it, I don't want to. I heard that like when you get your cards read, like there's no going back. Like that's that, and like whatever, right? And I don't want
Yeah.
that. Like I don't want to. I'm afraid of knowing. I
Mm,
guess you could say. Like I don't want to know. Like if it happens, it happens. I want to be ignorant as fuck to it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like that's not something I need my curiosity to like wonder about.
Yeah. But people that get them read,
That that's you, boo. Not you, but like that's on them. Like
yeah.
I, again, to each his own. If you want to know, you gotta know. But
Yeah.
I don't got it.
But that's crazy that you said that, because I know a lot of people that have said that too. Like they have some protection, and it's because back we have a lot of like gangster ass fucking brujos in our families.
And you know what? I remember even as in my sisters know this. Hi, if you're watching.
Okay, Wednesday.
No, like if you're watching it, like when we used to get sick in Oaxaca, like we would go to this like
Curandera,
curandera,
curandera.
and like I remember getting spit on with mezcal and getting hit on with like like no, like real bruja shit, like
No, I
just like
know.
home remedies or whatever. But like I know, I mean, we're from Oaxaca. We were bound to have some type of witch in our family, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a lot of people like they have some type of witch in their family, related relative.
And I think in my family, not to like toot
You
my
gonna get the
horn,
way?
but it might be me. Even though in my mom's side, we for sure have someone who sees things, and everyone knows that once she sees it, girl,
Oh, shit.
it's Truisha. It is true. It is happening. You better hold your horses because it is coming, honey. And yeah.
No, it's crazy. But you know what, you guys? Comment your stories below. Obviously, it's Halloween season. I'm sure a bunch of podcasters are telling you to do the same thing, but you want to comment your story here, and we could share it next podcast
Yes.
and see how it goes.
See if it's
Because
scary.
I like scary stories, like when it actually happens to you, because I don't know why, to me it seems more believable. You
It
know what I
is.
mean?
I didn't want to talk about mine because
I know at first I was like, I don't want to share stories, but you know what? My brother could sue me.
no, just because like I mind till this day. Like sometimes when I don't know, like you know how like you're protective of certain things.
Yeah.
That one was mine. But again, I only told you the second one. There was multiple interactions before I went to church, but the certain ones I'm like, okay, no, I gotta keep that to myself.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of shit too. But I think a lot of the shit I've seen also is because of my brother, that, like I said, things follow him. So that's why I've seen a lot of stuff. And things latch on, and they latch on to like the negative. So I think that's why, like, growing up, we saw a lot of things in our house. For example, like also the one that like I saw at my house, the one that I remember the one I told you that I think is latched onto my cousin. I never told
No,
you.
no.
So when I moved in with my cousin about 2 years ago, I saw I saw this big like shadow, and I think that is my problem, that like a lot of, like, I respect all this stuff, all these things. I have respect for it. I have respect for the dead. I have respect for like all that stuff, because I know it's real. Pero there's certain stuff that just don't scare me. And when I moved in with my cousin,
You were like, bitch, try me.
no, I named it.
Oh,
I was like, oh, the big homie, because it's a big old shadow. It looks like a big old dude. It looks like Suge Knight. So I was like, so I started calling it the big homie.
and that's what you
So I
forgot.
would tell my cousin like, hey, like, look, the big homie's right there, and like it would be a shadow like right there at the wall, in the wall, or like there was one time that it was me and both of my guy cousins, and we were like, in his house, like how he has the island, the little
Uh-huh.
kid. So we were drinking, and we just all three of us saw like the shadow just pass by. But like I guess like none of us wanted to say nothing because we probably like didn't want to scare like each other. But
Everybody's like, bitch, you were drunk.
but I was like, you saw it, and they were like, shit, yeah. And then and then my other cousin that lived with us, he said that he would see it a lot in the closet, like just staring at him. So he always slept with the light on because it would freak him out that he always it was always mostly in his room. But so when my cousin moved in with me, I started seeing it around my house. And that's when one time I told him like, oh, like I saw the big homie. And then I went to this girl that she didn't read me my cards, but she does like my limpias.
Uh-huh.
And my cousin's girl told her about it, and she was like, why do you call it the big, I guess she asked her, like she asked Bianca, like, why you guys call it the big homie? And she was like, oh, because Myra named it the big homie. And she was like, that's where you guys fucked up. Like you shouldn't have fucking named
girl,
it.
I told you don't name something you don't want to keep.
Yeah. So but like I'm like one of my gifts that like because I'm related to freaking brujos in my family is that I'm a really big person. Like I could feel energies. Yes or no?
Yes, but I don't need you to feel nothing here, bitch.
Okay. um, and like when I see things, I could tell if they're bad or they're good. Like I could feel it. And with that one, like with that shadow, like I didn't feel like it's a bad shadow. Like it's just literally a lost soul wandering around. But it's not like a bad. I've seen bad ones. Like I felt bad ones that like I would even get scared. Like I saw one in the first house that I had moved in with my husband. I remember there was a female shadow a female shadow. I saw it. I knew it was a woman. And that one just gave me like, oh, like I was so scared, like to the point that I would walk into my house, like when I would come from work and my husband was still working at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would walk in with my eyes closed, but like trying to look for like the light switch so I could turn the light because I was that scared to like walk into the dark because I would see things like I would see a bunch of shadows moving around.
Yeah.
And then one time when my husband was again he would work at night, um our closet, it was like a walk-in closet, but it, like the doors were mirrors, and I remember like our bed was like facing it. So I would always leave one door open because I didn't like the mirror facing my bed because they always say like, you should never like face the mirror, you know, when you're sleeping, your bed. Um, and I remember that night, like I woke up again, my husband's not there, I'm by myself. And I literally saw the girl. Like I saw it was a lady. It was an ugly ass fucking lady. She's standing in the closet like this. Like she's like this. All she did was go, ah, like she yelled. And she like,
I'm like, bitch, for what?
and like she dipped out of my room. She dipped out of my room. I remember that night I fucking ran out of my house. I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm not gonna come home until my husband comes home. That happened. And then another time happened that me and my husband were both in the living room. We're watching a movie and we had a just like your house right here, we had like another room in the bottom. Yeah, teníamos like it was like our office room. And the door was open. There ain't no fucking wind. We live in Vegas. It's fucking dry as fuck. There is no wind blowing nowhere. There's no doors open, no window open. We're in the couch watching a TV, and the door just slams shut in the room. Yeah, and I just again I ran. I don't run. I'm not a runner, but I ran right there.
That's how you know it was true. She ran.
I ran. I ran out of my house, but because I could feel that that was such a bad energy, like a bad shadow, like a bad thing. Like there was no good in it. I didn't feel no good in it. Like I felt like evilness. So we asked our HOA person, because you know how there's always like someone in charge of like the HOA stuff or whatever. We asked them who had lived there previously, and he did tell us it was like some lady que like she would do like voodoo stuff. So I think that's why like when it was dark, like I would see a lot of shadows wandering around.
Okay.
And we moved out of that house like this. Like I was like, fuck that. I'm not cut my contract. I'm dipping out. So like when I see certain things, I go based on what I feel.
Uh-huh.
So if I don't feel like bad, I'm not scared.
Oh no.
But if I feel like it's like a bad spirit, like or it's not even a fucking spirit, it's like a freaking demon, then yeah, I'll be scared.
I almost dipped this brush in my fucking wine.
I think I probably already did, but I'm still drinking. I fucked up her eyelashes. That's the scary part.
You guys, I don't know what mine is turning out to be. I know it's supposed to be some type of cemetery scenery. I don't know. It's coming. She's coming.
It gives me Insidious vibes.
What the fuck is Insidious?
The movie Insidious. You've never seen the movie Insidious?
I don't watch scary movies like that, you guys. I think the last scary movie I watched was. When was the last scary movie I watched? I can't remember. See, I don't watch scary movies like that. So, oh, I remember. There's this movie, and I can't remember in which app it is, but it's about like these people that are doing a seance, like through what is that thing called that people were using during COVID?
Wow.
Like where people joined calls. Zoom.
Meetings?
Yeah, they're doing a seance through a Zoom meeting, and like they're being haunted by this ghost. That's the last scary movie I saw.
What the
So,
hell?
yeah, you never seen it?
No, the shit that happens in 2023 now.
Oh, but it's pretty. Like when I tell you, I jumped so many times at that. It's pretty good. Like it's stupid, but it's pretty good. Oh, it's a calavera.
How wee wees? A Katrina.
Her.
I think her.
It's giving.
It's giving. It's an alien calavera. I gave her an alien shit because I feel like this is how our alien friends. This is how I'm gonna do my alien friends makeup for Halloween when I get one.
Right? I wonder if I would be friends with an alien.
I already am. You don't have papers.
Oh my god. I have papers. You guys don't listen to her.
Don't be calling the migra on him. I already tried. He does have papers.
Stupid.
You know what's another scary story?
Being boring.
Besides that, my friend here, he sounds like a cat throughout the days. You.
Me?
Yeah, right now you just purr again.
Oh, you guys, because I'm drinking and I have an acid reflux problem.
But he
Real
sounds
scary.
like a cat.
So after a couple of drinks, like my esophagus is not fucking with me. So I have acid reflux. That's what she's listening to. In case you guys could hear it. Oh, that was a burp.
If we get canceled because of you burping like that,
I'm such a lady.
that is not lady.
I meant to show you guys an acid reflux burp, not a burp. Okay, so sorry, mom. My mom's gonna be like, Luis, ¿qué es eso?
Luis?
Compórtate, ¿te están viendo?
Yeah.
A few moments later.
So anyway, so we finished our paintings.
Oh wait, hold on.
I didn't finish my painting.
You didn't finish your painting?
I didn't, but it's gonna have to do because
I feel like you finished it and then you repainted it all over again. Like, what are you doing?
No, so like I never feel like something's finished, and this is definitely not finished. But this is my painting. I painted a ghost in a graveyard.
A cemetery?
Uh-huh.
What's the pink? Explain it.
No, it's not pink, it's red. Because I feel like where he's walking is like
smoky, like turning, like following, like
it's like following him, but it's like almost like that eeriness of like
yeah,
souls. Like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I did try to drag him out. He has a lantern because he's looking for new souls.
Yeah.
And I put 2 candles here to represent. You know how like they say like you're supposed to put candles at the window when somebody passes away to show them the light, like so they could leave the house instead of staying in the house.
No, I always just put a candle on my altar.
No, so when somebody passes away, you're supposed to put a candle at the window to show them the way out, like
I don't
the
know.
light.
I've never heard of that.
Otherwise, they stay trapped in.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, so I put 2 candles to represent like you're supposed to come here, and he's looking for them. He's in like a little foresty scene, so this is my ghost.
Picasso.
This is my ghost in a graveyard.
Okay, Picasso. I did a 5th grade painting. And it's like a Day of the Dead / alien
slash I wanted to finish / construction worker. Is that light?
It's el sol. Yeah, bitch.
Slash construction worker. I was like, is that a hard hat light?
Solar City for the solar panel.
This is Summerland.
This is Summerland. Northtown is over here in the dark.
Wait, let me see. You're showing everyone coming. Oh, it's cute. It reminds me of Mother Grotto.
What
Like,
the fuck is that bitch?
You never seen Tentacle?
No. Oh yeah.
Like if she was a calavera, this is what she would look like.
Mm.
Especially because of little sunflower.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because of her curly hair and everything. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Well, yay for art school.
So whoever wants our painting,
comment down below.
comment down below.
For free.
We'll send it to you for free.
If you live here, we'll deliver it.
Yeah, in person.
This is $20.
No, it's not. It's for free.
Yours is free. Mine is $20.
So if you want Nevada's map, again, Summerlin, Northtown.
She will label it for you upon delivery.
The east side is down here.
If you want my ghost in the graveyard.
The strip is the heart of the city, so it's right here.
If you want my ghost in the graveyard, I will be presenting this at the Louvre in Paris.
If you want the painting of him walking to the bar at night,
just message me. I'll send it to you. $20.
For free.
$20. Jameson shots at like $8 a piece, okay?
I thought you said Dottie's are $2.
They are. But you know how far Dottie's is?
Do you know how scary Dottie's is?
Next time we'll play the Dottie's. Oh, well, this was fun.
It was.
Our scary stories were not scary, but real life. So.
Dun dun dun. Like I got a debt collect call.
Our friend told us 5 stories in one.
Friend story. Even though we told the bitch only one story, she told us 5 stories in one.
Kim, I love you.
I love you, Kim. I was still waiting for the scary part.
No, I thought her story was scarier than ours. A haunted fucking hotel. Girl, how you see?
She was telling the Hotel de California story. She was just repeating what she saw at American Horror Stories.
It's just up to me.
Just kidding, Kim. You know it's all shit talk. We love you.
Oh my god. Anyway, oh my, look at it. First of all,
cheers to that.
First of all, let's show her your paint. Show us the paint palette. This is what my paint palette ends up looking like.
This is how mine looks like.
She didn't even mix colors. She did nothing. She just said, "You go here, you go here, you go there." I feel like you will make a great gray.
Yeah, you only see 3 colors out here.
It's layered. There's substance in it.
If you say that. That's what's gonna help you sleep at night. Well, so cheers to that.
Oh, who didn't even have anything to cheers to? Well, you do.
I finished my drink. Wait, where's your tequila drink?
I finished it.
Oh, well, 2 drinks in.
Do we make a drink before we cheers out?
Another one? No, it's okay.
Well,
They're
guys,
drinking with us. I'm sure they already had their drink.
If your drink is empty or full, thank you for joining us. And we hope you guys liked our scary
Let
stories.
us know if you like. Let us
rate our paintings.
Rate our paintings. I know mine's a -2.
Rate our paintings from 1 to 5 on the comments down below. I give myself a solid 3.
I give myself a 2.
I like it. Again, if you want these, $20. So rate them down below. Rate them down below and let us know.
Rate us and rate us in general. Do we suck at this stuff? Let us know. What can we improve?
The answer is yes. But it's okay because we're here anyway. So thank you for watching.
All right,
Don't
guys.
forget to subscribe if you like it.
Follow and subscribe.
Yes.
And
also
comment below.
Follow us on our social medias.
Yes.
Right here down below. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Alrighty, bye.